on tight. Please keep your trays in the upright and
The
locked
Flummery.
position.
The Flummery.
To the Flummery.
You do anything you want me to.
Flummery.
To your earlobes.
The Flummery. The Flummery.
To the Flummery.
To your earlobes.
Flummery.
Frosty the Frostage.
To the Flummery.
Sorry, that's the Scuba Steve.
To the Flummery.
Flummery.
Frosty the Frostage.
To the Flummery.
To the Flummery. To your earlobes.
Flummery.
You do anything you want me to.
Earlobes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flummery post Christmas special.
We already did the Christmas special.
Post Christmas special.
Oh, post. Did you say post?
Just kidding. It is a balmy -7 degrees
Yeah.
in Minnesota. We're in Minnesota,
Tomorrow it's going to be like -11.
and we're revving up for the new year because everybody knows that once you get to be nearly 40 or 40, you still love New Year's Eve parties,
You
right?
feel it in your bones.
In your bones.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to welcome all of you here, and I'd like to welcome Lance, War Machine Lover Inc., and I would like to introduce myself. My name is Tom Glasses.
Are you glassing, dude?
Dude, I'm totally glassing right
Totally
now, bro.
glassing right now?
Glassing
we
that
are
ass.
using new cameras today. I'm not going off the GoPros,
Set up.
so I don't have to... less editing would be nice. Let's see how these things are.
How do you feel about the camera so far on episode 42 of the Flummery?
A little work to do still, but this is a break-in. 42 is the break-in with the new cameras.
I'm going to break these cameras in,
And I
right?
don't know why your light's not working. It kind of bothers me.
I'm all right. I mean, it's filming. We know that. Is it recording, though? It has to be. They're together. Stop looking.
No, I got to go check it. Just make
You're
sure.
breaking the fourth wall.
I know.
Of podcasting.
I know, but this is like the jitters, you know?
Is there a thing? I don't really think there's any norms against this on in the podcasting world.
No.
If anything, people like it.
There's no
'cause it's
set.
less-
We're not Fox News or CNN or anything.
Oh,
like
I mean, hashtag alternative facts.
that. Yeah.
Are we? The whole camera rig just fucking shook when I laughed.
You're right. It's probably better to not have a tripod on the desk that you're shaking.
It seems weird. Like it'll seem like I'm shaky, but that's just I constantly shake.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. What do you think? I'm like not even going fast enough to be considered a shake.
It is what it is.
Did you ever do that thing when you were a kid? Like, watch how red I can make my face, guys. And you'd fucking like basically give yourself an aneurysm. Like you could totally probably kill yourself doing that.
Doing what?
Where you just like, I don't know if I can do it. I'm afraid I'll have a heart attack.
Hold your breath?
It's like you hold your breath and then you try real hard and you just...
I think in 7th and 8th grade as kids.
like this. Look.
Yeah.
You like make all the blood rush to your head. Oh, I might die.
We
on
used
the
to do this
Flummery.
to kids in 8th grade. They'd get on their knees and he'd press.
Okay, time out. Stop recording.
What?
You just said we used to do to kids.
Well, I mean, our
get
age.
on their knees.
That's weird.
It's still.
You misinterpreted it.
Oh.
But we'd do this to
Jumped
each
ahead.
other, where you like push your thumbs into your carotid arteries and
Oh
make each other pass out.
Dude, that's totally fucked up.
I know it. We used to do that to each other.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm moving my kids to the
But
country.
they would either have to be sitting or on their knees because the fall would be, they would fall. You know, it'd just be like, oh, he's out.
I'm moving my kids to the country.
Sadistic.
City shit is bullshit. That's fucked up, man.
It's not as bad as the kids in Hastings growing up where they would like electrocute each other or
What?
play Russian roulette.
Is Hastings like the town? Hastings and Northfield always have the worst kids.
Yep. And then two of them are.
Everyone in
I
Northfield's
have
on
two
heroin.
good buddies from Hastings too.
Everyone from
They were
Northfield's
nuts.
on heroin.
They're fucking nuts.
And-
They're nuts.
I think Cannon Falls is worse than Hastings.
Probably, but I know crazy stories from Hastings.
It's like the lower bowl of the Twin Cities. It's just fucked up
Yeah,
kids.
but it's not like it's poverty. It's just they're bored.
No, it's like fucked up white kids.
Yeah, like we're bored. ConAgra is the biggest industry in this town, and we're gonna fucking do something to stir it up.
Like the guy who owns the gas station has the most money. He's the richest person.
What are we going to do tonight? We're going to drink and electrocute each other. How about that?
That's what we're going to do, too.
Tonight?
Yeah. What's going to happen tonight, Lance and I, first we're going to drink, and then it's going to be like that scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin. 40-Year-Old Virgin. 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with me right now?
Oh.
But where he comes back with that chick, remember he only asks her questions. What do you like? And she's like, you know. But then
she gets really kinky.
I'm gonna put my bike in your trunk. Like,
and she's like, oh.
Yeah. And then she takes him home, and she fucking goes nuts. That's what the scene's gonna be like. I'm gonna be when we get back. I'll be in the tub, like massaging my balls with the tub thing, and you take your shirt off, like what's his face? Remember, he comes in. He's like, well, the other dude's not gonna bang her, so I'm gonna.
I forget.
Picture that, people.
Was it the black dude?
No.
Amir or whatever his name?
No, it's the Seth
Oh,
Rogen?
Yeah.
Is it Seth? Not Seth.
No, you're thinking Joe Rogan. Seth Rogen.
I think it is Seth Rogen. It's not Seth Green.
Mm-mm.
No, it ain't.
Brother.
He talks like this the whole movie, you know. He's got the beard.
Yeah.
So you could be him.
Yeah.
Is that scaring you?
I think he's about your age.
We're almost the same age.
Yeah.
Are we?
Well, we're a year apart.
Yeah, that's less than. That's like, let me think here. That's 2.5% of 40, right?
Mm.
Well, what's 40 times 2.5?
I can't math right now.
Well, 25 times 4 is 100.
Yeah.
That's 2 zeros.
Great.
Yeah.
I did some brilliant math earlier in my head today. I'm already spent for the day.
What was it?
Oh, somebody was telling me I had dinner with a friend, and they were like, yeah, I was paying $15 a month for 3 years. And I'm like, oh, that's like $540.
Oh. So
it is. So you like
times 12.
Times 2 is 30, and times 6 is 180, and 180 plus 180 is 360, and another 180 is 540.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the math like that.
Yeah. But quick, like that.
Yeah, I did.
And they were like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, I'm
you
like,
just blew my fucking mind.
Spent $540 on nothing for 3 years.
And what was it for?
Like a service for your car, like an unlocking thing or something. And didn't realize they had it.
Well, AAA is like $100 a year at the most.
But they didn't. I mean, they had it, but they didn't take advantage of it, and they paid $540. You know,
it was OnStar, wasn't it?
I don't remember. It's an app actually to your phone.
What?
Yeah.
And it was that much?
$15 a month.
Fucking dude, you get Netflix for less than that. Wait.
Yeah, $10. Originally, I said $720, but that would have been another year.
Yeah, mine's $12 a month because I've got like 3 other families watching Netflix at their house. You've added a device. It goes up like $1 every time.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Once you get past like 4 devices or something.
Netflix was originally like $7.99, wasn't it? And then it went up to like $2.
Netflix was like, it was like $5.99 for just the movies, and then to stream it was like $8.99 or $7.99.
Yeah, and then it went up $2.
When then they split the services, and then it was like $7.
Which the DVD it'll die out eventually too.
It was like $9.99.
Nobody's ever going to do physical copies again.
I know people that do it still, and I'm like, what?
I understand that, but it's you know that. You know, logically, that's going to phase out.
Well, do you know what their rationale was?
What?
I'm like, well, do you have the streaming service? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't get it. Like, why do you still have the DVDs? He's like, oh, I just love it. Like, I put one in the mailbox, and there's another one waiting for me right there already. Because I do 2 at a time, so I just send one back, and it's always... And I'm like, well, you could just set up your queue.
I know Sean Baird does that, too.
You could just set up your queue, and then they're just right there. But you don't ever have to switch them out.
I know there's a difference, too, though, because streaming and then getting the DVDs, there's more Prime movies on the DVDs. They don't always have up-to-date stuff on the streaming. They do
You
and they
mean
don't. Not it's selective.
Well, if you want to see the '90s version of Godzilla or whatever, I guess.
Whatever.
And it's totally worth it.
I know they offer certain things on the DVD rental that they don't offer on the streaming.
I guess if you went to Redbox, it'd be like $70 a month for whatever. If they have 2 movies at a time every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be like 70 or like 100.
Is it still $1 for that?
It's $1.50. It's going up. Pretty soon it'll be like Blockbuster. It'll be like $3.99 to rent a movie.
They used to be more than that.
Yeah, it was crazy. At the end, they're like, "We're going out of business. Make as much money as we can."
I saw that coming before it happened.
We shouldn't drink at the same time.
No?
Well, because then neither of us is talking. Not that we have to constantly be talking.
Do we? We just have dead air.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah. You got a story for me?
Well, sort of. It's just a quick little. So I took my kids to The Last Jedi today.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I've seen it the 2 best ways. Remember, I'm not a big fan of 3D, but I saw this one in 3D. And
I saw it the first time in 3D.
Yeah, it's
this
better.
Time I saw it not in 3D.
Digital. Well, I've seen it in 3D and IMAX.
Oh, okay.
Fucking the 3D when the ship.
Did you go to AMC here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where I was.
I always go. Is that how I said it? But it's just so easy, dude. So he spent $46 on the movie for 3 people.
Yeah.
Because it's $12 for children.
Jesus.
And it was $14 for me. And then we get in there, and I get them. I'm like, give me 2 ices and Sour Patch Kids, a large popcorn, and a large soda pop. So the kids get their own ices. I'm pretty sure my son had a complete sugar crash. And then I look, and oh, that's $36. So I spent $80.
Mm-hmm.
It was 33 and change. The other one was 44 and change.
I went with Mark today.
46 and change.
You know
which Mark?
B-52's regular Mark.
Regular Mark. Oh yeah.
Older guy.
Yep, I know.
Him and I went together.
Did
today.
you guys do the popcorn trick?
Yeah, I had a round bucket with a hole and a lot of butter.
He
was a happy old man.
Of course he was. With his dainty little fingers. He's got, for as against Trump as he is, he's got very similar hands. Small hands. Connie's small hands.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Good. Had he seen it?
Nope, it was first time.
Oh, and what did he think?
He's like, I can see where you're coming from.
Oh, you fucking ruined it for him before the
No, but he liked it.
Started.
He liked it. He's like, there's a lot of things going on in this movie.
He's like, I'm smarter than you, so I got it, and you didn't.
No, that wasn't his attitude.
Oh, that was my attitude.
It's not how it rolls, buddy.
I know. Listen, I saw it again.
Let me tell you this. I did enjoy it a lot more this time around, but I still have a lot of problems with it too.
Yeah, and that's okay to have problems with the movie, but you were letting it ruin the movie for you. Yeah. I did have to ask you one thing. Did it kind of clear up? Remember how we talked about the scenes? Spoiler alert.
We're past that now.
I know. Hey,
it.
I'm just being considerate.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about the scene where she discovers that Luke almost killed him?
They actually revisit that scene 3 times.
I know. And see, what I was saying was true, right? Like, he does say, and then you remember because you're like, oh, and then he's just going to try and kill him, but he stopped, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that was the final true version. Supposedly that was finally.
Well, they each
version.
had different versions and how it went, and I think Mark really told it probably the most honestly.
Well, then the third one was the honest to God truth.
Well, and when they face off, Luke says, "I'm sorry, I failed you."
Well, because Kylo, in Kylo's version, Luke is just towering over him, about to kill him.
And he's pissed off.
And he's like, he looks like the Emperor almost.
Yeah, because he wakes up and he's like, what the fuck is going on?
But he was already turned to the dark side at that point.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck it, I'm going to kill Luke.
Yeah.
If he's in here with a fucking lightsaber. Night. Yeah. So Luke had stopped and he was not going to kill Kylo.
Mm-hmm.
And then remember, he's holding the lightsaber and he's thinking about the regrets. He regrets even the thought of it right then and there, and then Kylo got his saber.
Well, he force grabbed a saber.
Yeah. He met and they met, and then collapses the little building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you were worried, like, oh, well, fucking,
Still pissed
they
off about.
screwed Luke up because they made him like
Still
evil
pissed
for a minute, and that's not what happened.
I'm still a bit pissed about the continuity of gravity in the movie. It just that was.
Ooh, I have something for you. And I thought about that when I was watching it.
Just, I mean,
I thought our conversations would ruin it for me, but it just made me stronger in my belief. I thought about that when that scene was happening. I was like, you know what? It's a good point. But what I ended up believing even more was that either they were just kind of piloted out, you know, like, and they all just went together.
Yeah.
Or B.
But she's sitting there, and the thing is, like, she's not, like, getting sucked out. I mean, she's on against the grate, yes, but there's no, like, I mean, you would feel that. You would feel that. And that.
Well, remember, they have, like, on the sides of the destroyers and everything, they have these fields where it's separate. It's not metal. It's like these fields that separate, and the fighters can, like, fly through them without sucking everything out with them. It could be when they open the Bombay doors.
Bomb doors.
And
this is not a gin.
Then underneath, there could be that field there still that will allow stuff to fall out or shoot out. But I thought about it more than that. Here's the second part.
Okay.
They're positioned over a planet. So the gravity of that planet...
It's not a planet, it's a ship.
Right, but below the ship is...
They're not that close. They're still floating in space.
They're in space, but they could be inside of an orbit where if the bombardier figures it out, just like they do now, they figure out the travel of the plane over and they drop the bombs.
Too much for me.
I'm just saying that could be an explanation.
I get it.
They could be inside an orbit and have figured out they drop it here and they'll go down. The other thing is they could just have magnets on the bottom and they pull each other out.
Or they're pushed out.
Yeah, or they're propelled.
Yeah.
There's a little plunger that just goes...
It just made it feel like it was in an atmosphere and there's gravity and it's like they're...
Yes, I agree. There was one that was way worse than that, though.
And then, like, literally 5 minutes later, Leia's sucked out of a fucking vacuum.
Yeah. Well, there was one that was worse than that, though, about the whole gravity thing and the propulsion in space. Well, he's like... goes super fast, and there's apparently G-forces.
Oh, where he's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then BB-8 is like his head goes back, snaps back. Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's a Rian Johnson movie.
Well, he did a good job, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Kids loved it. Funny story. Oh, I got a picture, which I'll show you. I could show everybody, actually.
I think Mark Hamill will be back as a Force Ghost, though.
This is William at the end of the movie. Oh, I think so, too. Does that show up?
Yeah.
There's William at the end of the movie.
Oh, he's enjoying it thoroughly.
Look.
Yeah.
Last
Just passed out.
He missed the best part.
I think the Crystal Foxes are my favorite.
They were pretty cool.
And the Porgs aren't overly annoying.
That's them excited, getting ready to watch it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What theater were you in? 1 or 2?
Number 4.
Oh, 4?
Yeah.
Got it.
The sound was good. Sound was very good. The 3D was better than I remember, but I didn't wear my glasses.
You liked when Kylo was naked, right?
I didn't love it. I didn't think it was necessary. I loved when the fucking Kylo just fucking blows that guy over to the side of the bridge.
Oh, when
It's just like the guy's like, oh,
yeah,
and it's like, finally, kill
it
that
was
fucking
Hux.
loser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that guy. He's not even a good character. He's my least favorite character.
They really made him look like a
schmuck.
They made him look like a schmuck in the movie.
Total schmuck. Look at.
Are you going incognito?
No, watch. That look like Luke Skywalker?
Always be there, kid.
Yeah. By the way, Mr. Robot stole that from Star Wars. With the hoodie.
Really?
Yeah.
Never watched that show.
That's a good fucking show.
Yeah.
The first...
My favorite show right now
It's fucking cold.
is Catching Monsters. on Netflix.
A fishing show.
It's awesome, dude.
Is it that
so
good, though?
Yeah, it's so good. That guy that his name is Cyril, like Cyril.
Does he say
Choquet.
"Cash 'em"?
No,
Like the guy
he's
from-
French Canadian.
Yeah, like the guy from the Alligator Show.
Just think of George St. Pierre without a retarded accent. With an accent, but it's more.
It's not retarded.
No, it's a retard.
I'm French.
And I come and then I fight the people, and then I fight.
You're doing.
And then I fight the people, and then I come and I take. I'm very confident, and I take the belt from Bisping.
That sounded more like Andy Kaufman.
I take the belt from his thing. I take the belt.
You know who should fight? There's fights tonight, by the way, too.
I don't follow the fighters.
It's sad.
I'm still on the cusp. I thought that Mayweather, McGregor fight was totally awesome, but I'm still on the cusp of the whole MMA thing. On the cusp, I mean, like, how do I think of it? Like, it's completely brutal and barbaric. But there's something to be said for the skill that they do, and they're putting themselves in there, so whatever. But it's not like the days of the gladiators when they were slaves or whatever.
It's a lot of hard work and put into that stuff, man.
But honestly, most of the people that do that come from not necessarily the uneducated background, but the poorer background.
No, not always.
A lot of them do, though.
Yeah, but most of the smarter ones, the intelligent ones, are the ones that win.
Yeah, but they generally, it's not like rich kids growing up to be MMA fighters. They just don't have the heart, and I'm sorry, it's true.
Actually, Kenny Florian, who's a commentator, was a fighter.
And we don't know. Nobody knows who that is.
Yeah,
that's my point. Well, yeah, diehard MMA fans know, but like
he was a top 10
when
a couple of years back.
Yeah, all right.
You saying they should join the army?
I'm watering it up. No. Well, that'd be the same thing.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk.
No, I don't think they should join the army. Why do you... Okay, well, I can't ask him a question right now. Should we listen closely? You might hear him hack up a lung here. He's got COPD now, or diarrhea. Maybe hey, you could help me remember what the fuck I was going to look up and prove somebody wrong on Google about. God, there was something that really stuck in my craw.
You don't have it
today.
in your notes?
No. There's something that stuck in my craw today.
In your craw?
Yeah, somebody said something and I was like, no, I'm sorry, you're wrong about that.
Oh, and when we get to it, I'll be able to put a YouTube shot in the thing too, so they can see that.
Oh, you're going to stream that feed?
Yeah, you can do through that program.
Ooh, Jim, no fights tonight at B52.
You know Jim, right?
Which Jim is that?
Jim McGibbons, tall blonde dude, Eric Zekman's friend.
No. So I just brought up the Darwin Awards, and I want to kind of do like a pre what would you do different? Like I want to do a segment called What Would You Do Different?
Is this kind of like the Darwin Awards? Are they kind of like, is that like why don't you explain that to people?
So the Darwin Awards, basically they highlight so Darwin was famous for...
I know who Darwin is, but go ahead.
What is well, okay, forget it. I think
most people know who Darwin is.
I don't have a hard time explaining it myself.
Explain the awards, though.
So the Darwin Awards is like, they rank stories about people who kill themselves in stupid ways.
They're like making fun of people.
Yeah, it's like natural selection, they would call it. Like they're dying and they should die because they're stupid, basically, is kind of the premise. But they kind of rank.
It's kind of like The Onion, but...
No, but these are true stories.
Yeah, I know they're true stories.
But they rank the people who've off themselves in strange, stupid ways. Really, pretty much just stupid ways. So this one, this one's called One Way Ticket. Confirmed true by Darwin. This story says, blasting apart a ticketing machine at the train station was supposed to buy him a ticket to the good life. But instead, the 31-year-old purchased passage in the opposite direction, losing his life in an explosion that ripped the metal front panel off the machine.
So he's trying to rob it, right?
Yeah, I believe so. The details are he stiffened his resolve with a few drinks at a bar. He spotted spraying cans of aerosol gas into a ticket vending machine. He placed the empties in a jute bag, which is probably a duffel bag, and then he ignited the gas by means undisclosed, causing an explosion that rocked the Dartmouth neighborhood. A bar acquaintance recognized him and called for emergency help. But sprinkled with shrapnel wounds and suffering a substantial head injury, the man rapidly succumbed to death, despite resuscitation efforts. Safety measures as simple as wearing a leather jacket and motorcycle helmet would have changed the outcome from Mr. One-Way Ticket out. That one doesn't... It's not the best explanation. But...
There's a video...
What would you do differently?
Listen, real quick here.
Okay.
There's a video of a dude. There's this fence. It's chained together, right? And in the background, these firefighters are walking towards it, right?
Yeah.
So this guy grabs like an axe, and he grabs the chain with the lock on it. He starts like trying to bust it open to open the fence for the people.
Yeah.
But the firefighters walk up to the fence, and the camera pans over, and there's an opening right next to the post, and they just walk right through, and he's like...
Oh, shit. I think...
You ever see that one?
Yes. Did you ever see there's great video from Russia all the time.
Everybody's got dash cams over there.
Oh, it's awesome. I watch those all the time. And then there's this great video of a drunk guy. He's trying to like climb over this fence, and he's just fucking it up majorly. Mm-hmm. And then this other guy is like staring at him for a while, and then he just walks through an opening right next to the thing too. It's the same premise basically. So what I'll have to do for what would you do different is I'll have to research some good stories.
I mean, I get that story's funny, but it's not that funny.
Right. It's pretty just stupid. So I won't read another one right now, but we're just kind of previewing
the Darwin Awards.
All right. No, the premise of what would you do different?
Oh.
What would you have done differently with One-Way Ticket?
And you rate these. They have like the top 5 and you rate it.
They do. Yeah.
Go back.
It won't always be a Darwin Award. I'm asking you.
What would I do?
What would you do?
I would never do that in the first place.
Yeah, that should be the answer. The first answer every time, right?
I mean, I don't even know what crossed this guy's mind to even attempt something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many robbing videos too, where these guys like try to break a door open and it's open, or like glass or something, and you're just like, what the fuck?
The guy tries to tear the cash register out, and he just can't get it. And then finally, the person runs around from behind the counter, is just beating him with something. Or he's like, fuck it. He's like, get out of here. Finally,
I love it when it turns
or the
around
cops show up.
Yeah, either like cops show up, or like it turns around on them, and the clerk or caretaker is just kicking their ass after.
Yeah,
you know.
Or the caretaker just fucking takes them out, or the clerk just pops them. Mm-hmm. Oh, the guy took a couple bullets. Like
I love
there's
those.
one where
I root for them.
The guy's got the gun pointed at him, and he pulls out a gun, and then the guys run away. Like obviously the thing isn't fucking loaded or something. Well,
or they're just really too chicken shit.
Yeah,
there's a line.
Well, and that's why they're doing that, probably, right?
Well, there's a line. I mean, you might have the balls to do that. But there's a line for certain people that would just be
if you had real balls, you'd be like, you wouldn't be afraid to go and try and get a job somewhere that you didn't like right away. You know, you'd go and get a job and you'd save money. And stuff. If you had real balls, it's hard to be like, I want to go interview for this stuff. These are people who can't interview because they're fucking like anxiety and shit. And they're dumb. They're lazy and they're cowards.
Yeah.
That's generally how it goes. Now, there are psychopaths who just like to do it.
Yeah.
And probably kill people doing it just for fun. But like I love the one video where the guy pulls out the gun and they run away and he just starts popping them anyway. And the fucking one guy gets halfway through the door and has to start fucking dragging himself out. And he's like, he's obviously took one in the hip or something. It's like, yeah, you deserved it. Bye-bye.
And you're threatening somebody's life and their livelihood.
Yeah.
Fuck,
man.
Game on. In that case, you know,
absolutely. Or the guy's making fucking $8 an hour and you're pointing a gun in his face. That's cool.
Yeah,
it's fucking stupid.
well, the tension, breaker for that dude that clerk that gets a better hand on them. Can you imagine? They're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, the old guy? The video of the old guy, he's in like a restaurant or something. This guy comes in with a gun, and he's like, you can see him off on the side. They circle it in the video, and they're like, look at this guy. And he turns around and just starts peeling off like probably 380 rounds on a guy. But the place is full of people. It's like, that would not be me. I would have probably turned around first and then maybe like surveyed the area before. But he just sweeps around and starts popping the guy. Like, holy fuck, you'd kill somebody else,
right.
too. That's really stupid.
Yeah.
You're not, even cops don't do that.
Well.
Unless they absolutely have to.
Have they? They have.
What? Right. Good cops don't do that.
Right.
The good ones.
And there's not all good cops.
No, and that's the sad part is, and I think.
But I'm not here to.
This body cam thing, this is a good segue.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah.
That was me on a segue.
Yeah.
And we're segueing. That's so good.
Body cams are awesome. Hopefully it keeps people in more check.
Well, unfortunately, here's what's going to happen. Body cams could prove how great cop work is.
Yeah.
And all these videos could pop up on the internet of people, you're having a bad day. I understand that. You really need to slow down. Shit like that. Or a cop can make somebody's day. They have stories about that sometimes. Mm-hmm. But that happens way more often than the other way around.
Right.
I shit you not.
Yeah, it does.
Even in neighborhoods that aren't the greatest.
Yeah.
Well, might be less balanced there. But
there's a little bit more stress.
Instead, what we're going to see is just one bad story after the other. And that's going to make it look like, again, it's going to be just like the news stories about, somebody gets shot and it's all the cops' fault. And I get it. Sometimes it is. But like, you're only going to see the negative stories because that's what we fuel the news on. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what everybody wants to see. Mm-hmm. It seems like. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's sad. And we're way too connected.
But I think the body cam thing could show how good cop work really is. Police work. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, because of how we are and how we let the news be,
we focus on the negative.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I'm going to click on a story, maybe a negative story before the good one too. So I guess it's my fault too, but whatever.
It's the case of
what?
The case of driving by an accident and slowing down.
Yep.
Same premise. Same thing.
You're a gawker?
What the fuck happened? No, I usually drive through that and get pissed at people that are stopping.
Well, I used to, but now I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
I'm behind this guy and in front of this guy. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Where'd his head
go?
Oh,
fucking this week was a good week for that. Have a little bit of snow when it's 0 degrees.
I didn't see any of it, but I was driving to work yesterday.
There was just...
so I'm going up Tango
the
Town.
Aftermath?
And just up here in the townhomes up here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm cutting through to work there. And we get on Bloomberg, and this lady's behind me, and she's just cruising. And I'm going around the corner because it kind of does the weave like this.
Yeah.
So I get there on that first bend. There's a car right there at the bend, and there's snow. So, like, I have it in an all-wheel drive, and I start feeling it pull a little bit, so I slow down. I get around it fine. This lady is fucking
Tell me she
cruising.
Smoked it.
She was swerving. She tailed like this and almost hit the back end of it, right behind me. I was watching through my rear view going,
That's funny. Oh, God.
She's, you're taking that curve like this.
Stupid.
And there's so much snow.
It already says to go 25 there, too.
Yeah.
It says to go slower.
Like 35, 40 miles an hour. And her whole back end, the car is here. The back end's here. She just went like that.
Oh, and so she did a 180?
No. Like, she was...
Like a 120.
Like a 120.
Okay.
Close. If we're talking true angles here.
I think that when you say 180, you're doing the arch of the circle.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun to watch. I'm just like...
Well, you know what I see? I'm on my way to work. This is at like 1 p.m., 1:30. And I see all the aftermath. Just snow piles that, 2 tire tracks that go into a snow pile. Like other tire tracks that go in a big circle, and there's a car like sitting up against facing my way on the other sides, like they came from our side and slammed into the guardrail for the other side. Like lucky there's a guardrail there, or they're in traffic going the other way. Like, and just like you see like a sign, like a 2-legged sign, one leg's gone and the sign is like twisted around and like laying over here. Like you see the aftermath, like you can picture exactly what happened. Like this asshole. Oh, look what that asshole did.
Don't you love it? Like you see some of these like bigger trucks and stuff, and it's like really snowy out or really slippery, and you're doing like 55, and they're doing like 75, and they're just blowing by you, and you're like, holy shit, asshole! If you had to put on your brakes anytime quick, you're fucked.
Yeah, they're just asking for it.
Yeah. Do you do that in your big truck?
No.
Adam's got a big truck, by the way.
No, I do the 45 if I can help it.
Yeah.
Anytime it's that
I drive
snow.
comfortable. That's the rule for me. If I'm uncomfortable driving, I'm either slowing down or doing something to change.
Maybe they're comfortable going 75. You ever think of that? You like that voice?
They probably are, but
like that.
They're not in tune.
They're stupid comfortable. They're not good comfortable.
It's not an in tune comfortable.
Or they're amped. Like, oh, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
I
think semis have a little bit more leeway with that.
Semis that are going super fast piss me off.
Yeah. I'm saying that they probably have a little bit better. I'm not saying go retardedly fat over, but like
Stop saying
a retard. Yeah, it's a bad choice of words. Anyways, and I could see them handling it a little bit better.
The semis have way less excuse of going fast
I know.
because they are way more heavy. I don't even know if they have anti-lock brakes. They have air brakes.
They got Jake brakes.
Jake brakes. The engine brake.
I don't even know if that's still legal anymore. I don't think it's legal.
Well, they have them. They have to. If they're in the mountains and shit,
Yeah.
you need that.
You ever see those runways in the mountain?
That's cool.
For
I'd
trucks?
hate to be in that situation.
Yeah,
Like, fucking...
the escape routes for the trucks.
Because you go into that, and if it failed, like if it's too... Like they built it wrong...
Well, there's a math behind it as far as the grade.
Well, it
and
crumbles,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, and they get sunk in and...
What if you're a guy, like you're in a cube van and you think, oh, I'm going to take this and it's going to slow me down, and you just ski jumping off the side of a cliff?
My dad
Darwin
was
Award.
a truck driver for many years and never had to use that.
Yeah, well, that's good for him. He had a good truck.
Yeah, and he was a
must
smart
have been
driver.
working
He
for a
won
good
awards
company.
for like being a safe driver and stuff.
That's cool.
I remember there's a in Tennessee there. It's
I'm
called
like,
Mount.
lame.
Yeah, way to be
Just kidding.
safe.
Lame.
There's a mount. It's called Mount Eagle in Tennessee.
Maybe if he made the... my memory sucks. Maybe if he'd made that run that he took so long making in 12 parsecs instead of 12 hours, then he would...
Yeah, good one there.
Then I'd be pretty impressed.
Good one there, Han.
I wish I could remember the name of the run.
The Kessel Run.
God damn it. See, that would have been way more funny. Well, maybe if instead of being safe all the time, you'd have done something impressive, like make the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk about it.
Kessel's run was named after Phil Kessel, the hockey player.
I heard that since he was probably born like 10 years after the first one came out.
He's probably about
He was
34,
born in
30.
77.
I think he's like 34,
87.
35 now.
Those all rewind. Let me make that joke again. Fuck. I'd be good at jokes if my memory didn't suck so ballsy.
You tired today, buddy?
No,
You seem tired.
I didn't eat anything but popcorn today.
Yeah, and I did too.
And 3 pieces of bacon. I broke the other one up and gave it to my kids.
I had steak tonight. I went out back.
I'm getting something at the B50 Tumps.
Food?
Yeah. Or syphilis.
You probably get both there.
Hi, honey. Hey,
I'm home. Let's sex
we
it
have
up.
cocaine and syphilis.
Oh, man.
I listened to the Your Mom's House podcast today with Dr. Drew.
I haven't kept up on that, but I saw that episode.
There's Drew haters I'm a Drew lover. He's fucking
Really?
great. He's great. Fucking A. And when you listen to his story, you can see, like, people are like, oh, he's so narcissistic for, having the celebrity reality show, whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe he let it get away from himself a little bit.
But it's also a paycheck for him,
But
too.
when you listen to his stories about it and why and how it happened and when, that episode's really good.
You can't say he doesn't honestly care.
He definitely cares. It's clear.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he cares that much about
But
this.
he is also cashing in on it, too.
Oh, yeah, but there's something to be said. There's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't say there was. I'm just saying he's cashing in on it.
I didn't say you were saying. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that you said, but when you said that, I said.
You ever see the one with Tom Sizemore on it?
No, I don't. That guy creeps me out. I've never liked him.
No?
The only role of his I liked was in Saving Ryan's Privates.
He was good in that. And he was good in Heat.
Yeah.
He was one of the main bad guys in Heat.
He did all right.
It was him,
but compared to how the
Al
work
Pacino, Val Kilmer, and Danny Trejo,
acting wise, they all did better than him, in my opinion.
In Heat,
yeah. I don't think he's that good. That's why he hasn't had that many awesome roles. Well, he's had a few really cool roles, but I just don't think that's why he never made the jump.
He was in Dreamcatcher too.
Yeah,
as the Morgan Freeman's right hand man.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing. That's how he is. That's why I don't like him. Because there's guys who will play
got that look to him where he's not a likable guy.
Well, he's literally not a likable guy. Like beating his wife and shit.
Well, I mean, he was also partying with Charlie Sheen for a long time too.
Everyone has AIDS.
But like in Celebrity Rehab, he was like half his teeth were missing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. He's not a good guy.
What are you doing? Stop.
That's why.
Yeah.
That might be why.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it. And you need to get rid of that thing.
Yeah, we'll unplug it. I'll trace it. Not right now, though. It's not giving us feedback, right?
You can hear a little bit right now.
Holy motherfucking
That's probably why I had to turn it down. I was trying to EQ the shit out of it. And I guarantee you that's what that noise is.
I guarantee that's what it is.
It's an open fucking circuit sitting right there. He's got it taped to the fucking table. That's not annoying.
This is SOS. Lance is gonna rate me SOS.
If I had to rate you today on a 1 out of 10, you'd get a 5.5, and I get like a 8.2.
Okay. So we're obviously not talking about looks. Okay. All right. I mean, this would be completely the opposite.
Yeah. Whatever.
All right, I'll unplug it. Jesus Christ.
Don't do it now.
Don't talk. Just talk.
All right, just talk. Just keep talking.
Just talk.
Adam's gonna give me a head right now while you're down there. Ooh, to the left. Don't bite.
Go.
That wasn't it, but it's still.
Yes, it is.
No, the noise is still in there.
Well, I got rid of this one.
Yeah, that's good. I wonder if I can find that's something to talk about on the side, not on the podcast. Oh, we got to go over questions.
What are the questions?
People.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go over that. We got to go over that before we end this podcast.
Since it's on open media, let's both bring them up. Go to the Flummery on Facebook if you want to see these questions.
Mm-hmm. There's not a lot. There's a few.
Jesus motherfucking Christ.
Harley had a loaded 5-point question.
We're doing it.
All right.
We owe them. We owe this to our fans.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, some of them are just basically tongue-in-cheek fucking with me, but whatever. I totally get it, and that's awesome. We want to hear from you. Got it. You got it yet?
Yeah, I got it up. I got James. Let's start with...
Let's start with the others, and then we'll go into James's.
Probably. Well, there's only one.
Wait, what happened to Valentes? Did he delete it?
Did he comment on one of my posts?
Yes. It's first. Okay. Well, okay, so this is obviously a shot at me, and I love it.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Who are you doing first?
I'm going to do Shardik Mir.
Who is that?
I don't know. That's
okay.
Either.
It's somebody you know.
I just went to his page, and this is what it is.
Is it Inigo Montoya?
Yes, and the background says, "I don't care." That's his other
All right,
picture.
let's do his question. I'll read it. Why is Flatliners 2017 stuck at a 5% freshness rating on Rotten Tomatoes when it's
horrible.
clearly a superior film to 2014's Interstellar?
So this is obviously a jab at me. Okay, let's start there.
I didn't know that.
Well, because I've mouth combed on the podcast before. That's a new term I coined, by the way.
Mouth combed?
Mouth combed.
Oh,
Like that's how I'm like.
kind of like
I love it so much.
Dick Broom.
No. Close. No, you've got a pretty sweet dick broom going.
Yeah,
You got like a whole dick like floor wash.
I got the Dick Broom and the
Dick
fucking
mop.
catcher in the rye.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to this question. Let's focus on-
Well, this is obviously. I'll just get this thing.
You want me to repeat the
This is
question?
obviously a kick at me because
is-
I like mouth combed over Interstellar so bad. Like it's my favorite movie basically I think
It's
2016.
Definitely top 10 movies for me of all
Yes.
time.
Okay. So or maybe that's a jab at both of us. Good for him. It is a good question. So why is Flatliner stuck at a 5%, Lance?
I didn't see the new
Especially
Flatliners.
considering how clearly superior it
Second,
is.
I didn't like the original that much to why they made a second Flatliners movie.
Is it a remake?
Yes. It's kind of a
Remember my take on this last week?
So it was who was in the original one, right? It was the 80s.
Yeah,
like
it was,
the Brat Pack kids and shit.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer and like Buck, I don't know. All those people that were
Tom Jones.
fucking each other in those fucking 80s movies.
Whoa! And being molested apparently by the Hollywood elites.
Well, that was the Feldmans and the Hames.
Yeah, wasn't he in it? No, it wasn't.
They weren't in it.
Who was the woman?
Here,
Well,
I'll look it up. You keep the
I'm doing
question
it
on
right
here.
now.
I'll look it up right now.
Okay. I was gonna Google that.
Oh, just look it up. Go to IMDb.
Now I got this going. All right. Okay, moving on. I can look this up while we go over. We can start with Fluff's questions because they're a fluff aplenty.
I don't have enough information to answer this question, Shardick or Sherdick. But I would imagine, in my opinion, Flatliners is kind of like why did they remake Point Break, which was a fucking dumb remake in the first place.
We covered this. Like, why are they remaking?
Why are they? I mean, Flatliners. It might have been okay back in the day, but why they? It's not. It's kind of like a. It's not a remake. It's kind of like a homage. I hate the pop.
Rehashing of it.
Yeah.
They call it, right?
Something, but it's not like a total remake or anything.
What I'm looking at.
Go to the original 1990. Kevin Bacon, Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, Kevin Bacon. What up, everybody? Camera's in the way. It's fine though.
You can see it.
5 medical students
Julia
experiment
Roberts,
with near-death
William
experiences
Baldwin,
until the
Oliver
dark consequences of past tragedies begin to jeopardize their lives. Julia Roberts, well, not a bad cast.
No, what did it get for a rating? Go back.
Okay.
You don't need to see the full cast.
I'm going.
6.6. It's not horrible.
Then, honestly, it was a 6.6.
Yeah, I would say it's
Not a horrible. Metascore of
55.
5S.
It's gained popularity.
Now,
probably because the remake probably sucked ass. Shardick.
Yeah, Shardick.
But he said something rating a 5% freshness on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it has Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, that's 2017. Let's see what it gets on IMDb.
So
A 5.1. There's no way it's that good.
Yeah.
Who's in the rehashing of it? Anyone we know. Oh, it's the same writer though.
Ellen Page.
Story by
Diego Luna, who was in
like him.
Rogue One.
I know that. Nina Dobrev. She's very good. So still good actors again.
Yeah.
But it's just so writers Peter Filardi. That's the story by, and then Ben Ripley.
I really can't give a full
screenplay.
Honest opinion answer on that. So I'm going to take Shardick's question right now. We're going to, like a piece of paper, and then throw it out because we can't give you a full true answer because I don't think Adam and I have not seen it. So
we haven't seen it.
We're gonna move on.
Weird.
We're gonna move to. We'll get to Valente's question.
Yeah.
Let's do James. Let's do Fluff's question.
It's weird that you haven't seen that movie because it's so bad.
Okay. Probably. I mean, I don't have a fucking inkling on why anybody would want to watch that. Okay, so let's start with James Harley.
Yeah.
He's got a 5-part fucking question here.
Just start. Yeah, start.
Number 1, why is there 5 Transformer movies all with basically the same plot, and there isn't a Last Samurai number 2?
Again, so as is fucking. Apparently, it's just natural for me to be
fucking
the one
love Harley.
who gets ripped
He's just
on.
trying to get under your skin.
Of course, and that's fine. I'm there with it. I'm down.
Well, I can answer the second
It
part.
made me.
I don't. Okay, I
When I read this, I'll just say this. When I read this, it made me laugh my dick off. Let's start there, but I'm going to pretend like I'm mad about it.
okay.
Fuck you, James. I'm not calling you Fluff anymore. Yeah.
Pretty
Good
much 'cause
question.
Who is it? Who directed that? Transformers.
Bay.
Michael Bay.
Rachel Ray.
He's more into. Yeah, it's gonna be the same plot. He's not original. The only thing he's worried about is
It is
effect.
5%.
It is 5% Shardik.
Flatliners.
Shardik.
Wait.
It is a fresh 5%
Is
freshness.
that a Toadies song? Flatliners.
Backslider.
Yeah, Backslider.
Yeah.
I just incorporated it.
So let's move on.
All right, let me read the next one.
No,
Question-
okay. I'm saying number 2. For the first question.
Got
The
it.
second part of the first question, Harley, is they didn't make a second Last Samurai because the samurais were all dead. So you can't make a second.
You
one.
could like like their kids, like the new Star
Oh,
Wars.
what if Tom Cruise and that
he didn't
Japanese
die?
woman
He dies,
had a baby, and it was a
or just her original kids were inspired by him and their real dad.
right?
You could do that.
No,
Well, I'll say this: probably there wasn't enough fan support for The Last Samurai 1 to justify making.
well,
a
look at
Last
what did it get
Samurai
rating
2
on
because it
Rotten
sucked so
Tomatoes?
bad.
No, it didn't.
No, remember, I'm pretending to be
I
mad.
know, yeah.
I'm bitter.
Okay, look it up on. Look at what was the freshness on the Rotten Tomatoes?
Probably pretty bad.
The is THE.
Don't need to type the 1990.
Not that one.
I'll bet that one's better than the 2003 one. Hey, Tom Cruise was in this,
66%.
but 83%
liked it.
of the fans, but real smart people who are critics, gave it a 66.
That's a whole nother topic between you and I.
Critical thinkers give it a 66, and the masses and the sheeple who drink blue milk, give it an 83.
Okay, let's move on to the second part of the question. Why wasn't Tom Cruise casted as the new lead actor in Transformers instead of Mark Wahlberg?
This is okay. I want to get to the theme of this here for James. Yeah. The premise he's going with here is that I hate Tom Cruise. So that's why he's including. He thinks that he's nitpicking me about Tom Cruise. I think that would have been great instead of Mark Wahlberg, because then he could have been in another shitty movie. Because Transformers movies. Why wasn't Tom Cruise casted as the new lead actor in Transformers instead of Mark Wahlberg? Was maybe he learned from his mistake in Last Samurai and decided not to make another shit.
It's highly doubtful.
Those Wahlberg ones are garbage. I lost a little bit of respect for Mark
Yeah, what
Wahlberg.
happened to
Did you see the last one?
what happened to what's his face in him? Bumblebee's kid.
Remember Bumblebee Tuna went batshit. I am not a
They're doing
celebrity.
an independent Transformer movie about him called Bumblebee.
Cool.
I'm
I'll watch that all
serious.
day. Well, he's like,
Shia LaBeouf. What happened to him?
he went nuts, remember?
Yeah.
He just probably was like, I'm not doing these. He's actually pretty good at picking a script. And the first couple were pretty good.
Yeah.
They actually turned out pretty good. But the last few were horrible.
Yeah.
Just horse shit.
Horror shit.
Horse shit. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't lead a horticulture.
Okay, let's move on to the third question. Who decided to cast the cameo of Matt Damon in Thor Ragnarok?
Damon.
Would Tom Cruise have been better? Was Matt Damon in Thor Ragnarok? I didn't see the movie.
Me neither. Fuck.
So I can't.
You know why I didn't see it? I thought it looked stupid.
Do you know what
I think it looked
cameo
stupid.
that Matt Damon did that really disappointed me?
Matt
We already talked about this
Damon.
movie very
The
briefly.
Martian?
Interstellar.
Yeah, his character sucked.
It's horrible. And then when he showed up, you're like, oh my God, did they really have to put him in this fucking movie?
You know what I think is he mailed it in. He could have been good. I wanted to give you the honor of watching you die like this, but I can't watch.
Matt Damon.
He sounded like
Matt Damon will find a way.
And he sounded more like
God, that was so disappointing. That's
Captain Kirk.
That's the only thing that I really
He
had.
played the original Captain Kirk. There's something
William Shatner.
on the wing.
He's on my credit card.
He sounded like William. Are you serious?
Yeah, he's on my price line. That like Interstellar is by far one of my favorite movies, but when Matt Damon they unzipped him out of the freeze lock, I
didn't know he was in it. Yeah,
I literally my eyes rolled in the back of my head when I was watching it.
Well, it's just like you're in too much. Stop it.
Yeah.
Now we know why Jimmy Kimmel.
Then he had to
hates
go
his guts.
science the shit out of shit. And
at least that was.
actually,
at least he did a good job.
I enjoyed that movie better more than I thought I would.
I read the book. Obviously, way more in depth.
Would he? Okay, so getting to question 3, what Matt Damon and Rhaegar.
Matt Damon.
Adam and I cannot answer.
I
that
didn't see that
question,
movie because
so
I
we
thought it
can't.
would suck.
Right. So when we see it, we'll come back to that.
But I know I will eventually watch it on Netflix or whatever.
Okay, and I don't have no idea what this question means because I don't know who this person is. We can look him up. Read the question. Les or Lee?
When is the Les Grossman movie ever going to see the light of day?
Do you know who that is?
I think so, but I don't want to. It's for some reason every time I think of it and I try and think of who he's actually talking about, I get WKRP in Cincinnati in my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to go on our less expansive pay-for search engine called Jugal and find this out.
Sorry if I keep looking back.
I guarantee I'm going to.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to look this up.
And while you're looking this up, I'm going to look up
And I guarantee it's like Tom Cruise is in this movie.
I'm going to look up Valente's question.
What is your take on that guess of mine?
Say that again?
Les Grossman.
I don't know who he is.
Oh, it is the guy from Tropic Thunder. Oh, yes. My favorite Tom Cruise performance by far.
That is a Tom Cruise reference. That's pretty fucking smart, Harley. That's pretty smart, buddy.
I did gain some respect for Tom Cruise when he kind of made fun of himself like that. It was very good. He did a great job on that. I'll give you that. Yeah, fucking butt fucker.
Right, so that answers that. And, we got one more, and then I'm going to go.
I was pretty spot on with my guess that it would be Tom Cruise.
All right. Well, bravo. Kudos to you, Harley. That was pretty fucking good. He used a fictional character name to reference Tom Cruise in this.
I did love. That was my favorite Tom Cruise performance probably of all time.
Yeah. Not Mission Impossible 6. That's going to be coming out.
Ghost Protocol.
Isn't it 4 or 5 or 6? That's going to be their main 5.
I don't know.
They're doing another one.
I've seen them all. I love those movies.
I actually like them a lot. The second one was really dumb to me, and then
it's kind of
3 was a little bit better, and then 4 was Ghost Protocol was awesome.
I loved Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, it was really
they were
good.
like they had to but the second one is kind of like that whole James Bond thing, where it's kind of lame a little bit, but you still are like,
that was my least favorite one.
I love
the first one
premise.
I liked. Second one I really disliked. The third one was okay because it had Philip Seymour Hoffman in it. Right? What?
Fucking Les Grossman.
Yeah, he's fucking ragging on you again right there.
No, it's good. It's good. He's such a good character, though. You can't hate it. You can't hate it. It's such a great addition to that movie. So good.
It's been a long time since I've seen that
Holy
movie.
fuck. Don't you remember how he's just...
Yeah.
Fucking...
Read the 5th question. Let's move on. Read the 5th question.
That was it. Oh.
No, there's one more.
When can the fluff phone in again? Never.
Not after all your Tom Cruisery.
Right after Shardick. Shartdick.
All right.
Here. That might be his real name.
Actually, Fluff, pretty soon, buddy, we're going to have the live streaming coming up.
I'm looking at this.
And Adam's going to fix his fucking cable or whatever is going on with it.
I think I know who Shartdick Mir is.
Who?
The same guy who is... He changes his name every now and then because he doesn't want like the people he works with and stuff to know who he is on Facebook.
Yeah.
Remember, it's the same guy. Oh, I got to look him up on my friends if I could remember his name.
It's a buddy. I don't think it's a buddy of mine. Unless
No,
buddy
I met him at a Cold Kingdom show, and
oh, okay.
he's kind of he's not off, but he's and he's not eccentric. He's a unique guy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed talking to him.
Guy.
Yeah, we had some pretty funny conversation.
All right, so let's move on.
It was good. He's a good dude. He's fucking kind of funny.
This one's a little heavy. This is by Valente. You want me to read it?
I'm ready.
I don't think we're going to give a real answer to this one. Can you please discuss your views on abortion and the possible... I think he meant to say possibility, and he said possibles.
Yeah.
Can you please discuss your views on abortion and the possibility of stem cell use? I'd also like you guys to dig deeper and really discuss cognitive biases. Love you guys, Valente.
I don't know if he's being serious. For sure he's not being serious. Well, abortion, I'm for it.
I'm pro.
Like as a sport.
Oh, yeah.
Like who can get
the most?
Like there should be a timer, like the sooner you can get an abortion.
Is it like fighting? Is it like MMA fighting where you have to sit out a little bit, or you just keep going?
The time from when you confirm that you have a fetus that you don't want to the time that you can get it just plunged out, like that could be the competition. Like 17 hours and 42 seconds is the record. Oh, somebody just came in at 16 hours and 7 seconds.
It's a hairy thing to talk about.
Huh, guys? Obviously, I'm joking. That's not how I feel about abortion.
Stem cell use. I'm pro stem cell.
Pro stem cell use.
Super pro stem cell use. And
I'm GoPro.
Even you being religious, you're fine with that? Some people have issues with that. I think it's...
Religious? What does religion have to do with common sense?
No, I think there's a lot of people that don't think you should be messing with stem cells.
Yeah,
and stuff
again,
like
you know how I feel about all the people who tell people what to do.
Yeah. Well, I think it's definitely a road we should be going down.
So you have to separate. Okay, what are they talking about when they say, "Oh, it's like, I'm so against stem cell research." What they're doing is
they think they're playing God. That's the problem.
That's what they think, but really, what you're doing is you're trying to preserve what God has given us, which is life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Anytime you're trying to preserve life is a wonderful thing. And then they're going to say, oh, well, there's dumpsters full of fetuses that they, and they're like, oh, well, people are just going to get abortions.
Yeah, but that's not the case anymore.
To have stem cells. It's like, no, exactly. It's not.
Maybe back in a day there was some tampering with maybe stuff like that, but... It's not even the case now. I mean, they're grafting ears off a skin fucking mice back, a back off a mouse.
Well, and that's always, you have to go back and say, okay, if it's ethical, and as a society, we can develop a moral way to do these things, which they do. They just take it from the core, from the placenta and stuff. Yeah. Or is it the placenta or the actual tube, the cord, the umbilical cord?
I think it's the umbilical cord.
I think so.
But that's not that's not 100%.
For you, though, those are the best stem cells you can have.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
At least from what I've heard on the subject.
Yeah.
So if you've got an ethical way of...
I mean, I'm not a pro at this. Don't get me, don't...
Yeah, there's an ethical way where you can take their cord blood and cryogenically freeze it. Why would anybody be against that and say it's against God? It's not. If anything... I'm
saying there's people out there that are like that.
If anything, that branch of medicine is trying to give people more meaning and reduce misery.
Another thing is like...
reducing misery, especially.
Another thing is like people that with lost limbs. I mean, there's the possibility of regeneration or growing back limbs with stuff like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, let's say you can always just like somebody.
I'm all about having robot arms and legs and stuff too, and that's only going to get better. Well, so you're either going to have a Luke Skywalker hand, or
robotics is good too,
or have a stem cell fucking hand that was.
You notice they don't. If it's about biology, the fucking Bible bangers get all creepy about it. But if it's a robot arm, I guarantee you they're totally fine with it. Guaranteed. Which is actually the opposite of you're growing something from what God gave you. Like, let's say you grew a new arm, like, and you got like a little baby.
Do you remember what was the what was the movie with the
Deadpool?
No. It was.
I bet my dick will look. It makes my dick look huge.
No. It was a fucking like who did it? Like a movie. The dude from the creepy guy that was in something about Mary. But he played this dude like the butler, and he had this little hand, and he was like stuffing the turkey with it and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was Chris.
Yeah, the googly-eyed fucker. You know what I'm talking about?
It was Chris somebody. What's his name?
Yeah. Do you ever see that movie?
Yeah, it's like a scary movie or something. It's like a Wayans scary movie or something like that.
Yeah, but funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wayans are in that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if they're in that one.
They are.
But you know, he's got that little hand and he's stuffing a turkey and licking
the guy. It's
mashed
Chris,
potatoes off of it.
I keep thinking Chris Evans or whatever.
He's like, it's so good. And he's like,
yeah, just stop and help me think of the guy's name. It's so Chris Elliott.
Let me look it up.
It's Chris Elliott. And he's like, he did Cabin Boy and stuff. Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah,
I'll look it up for you if you want me to.
Do it.
I will.
Yeah, so I don't know if that covers your full question, Valente, but to the best of our...
No, ask a Bible banger, like, oh, they'll be like, oh, that's against God again.
Yeah, that's him.
It's like, well, what if I wanted to, I've got this
go to IMDb.
Navy SEAL lost a leg, and he's fighting for gun rights. Then would you grow him a new leg? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fucking fuck off, people. Seriously.
Go to movie.
Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He's like in some spoof now. Keep going down. It's got to be like 90s. It's got to be like the 90s.
At Home with Amy Sedaris. No. You're thinking of the wrong thing. He's in. It's like a scary movie or something.
Yeah, it's got to be in the 90s though. It's not in the 2000s. It's got to be late 90s, early 2000s. Keep going down.
I am, but it's not that long ago.
Scary Movie 4, is that what it is?
Yes. And what year is that?
Right here. Go to that one.
2006. Ezekiel, yeah. There he is. Wait. Oh, he's not in the picture.
No, I want to see a picture of him. Make sure it's the right one.
I thought it was the picture.
Go to photos.
How long ago did I tell you this is
Go
what
to
it
photos.
Was?
Up.
Where is it?
It says photos.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on.
Down. Right there. Go
Got
across.
it.
Wow, you are blind.
I'm telling you it's who it is, and you still don't believe me. You need me to get the photo of it for you.
Yeah, where's a picture of him?
He wasn't that great of a part.
It was fucking hilarious. What are you talking? It wasn't a great of a part. It's not in there. Those are just like promo pictures.
Got Shaq in there for some reason. That's awesome.
When he's stuffing that turkey, can you pull that up? Do it. Can you go to like YouTube, please? And I gotta turn the volume up on this too because it wasn't very loud in the.
Oh, okay. Okay, Chris Elliott, Scary Movie 4.
Or is it 2? He was in 2 as well.
Oh, I hate that fucking bump it does. Here. It is Scary Movie 2. PP vagina. Okay.
Oh.
He's in 2.
The one right there. That right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long one.
Well, just.
Okay, let's mute this for now until that commercial's over. Skipped. There.
I love his little hand. Look at his little hand. Is it 2?
Yes.
I'm sorry, child. Did I frighten you, child? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you scared? All right, I'll sing to you. God is in His holy temple.
I think I should get you one of those. Just a little fucking knobber.
I'm more of a Edgar Allan Poe monkey paw guy.
Kind of like look along the scene line.
All right.
Go forward.
Hey,
Keep going.
Hold on.
No. Just go to the turkey part, man.
Putting it in her face.
Same eyes, same cheekbones.
He's touching her face.
Same eyes.
All right. He's getting mashed
He's got mashed potatoes all over his hand.
He's stirring it with his hand.
Dig in. All right, now it's
Look
time
at-
for the turkey. Oh, what a beautiful.
No. Hey, man. Why don't you just relax? Just let me do that for you.
I just want to make a note that I was totally right and explain
Nice young man to offer.
that the Wayans are in
A
it.
little pinch there. Come on. Oh, fuck it.
Fuck it, he says. Is he trying to
You know,
touch
a
his
lot of
face?
people are kind of intimidated
Stop touching the
about
turkey.
making a turkey, but really it's very simple. You just have to know the anatomy of a turkey, and it's got over here just the tiniest little stink hole. It's big enough to get your hand right up inside it. Stuff the shit out of it. I cook it with all the giblets, the penises and the giants. And now a lot of people like to
Okay.
taste this.
Dude, Anna Faris is hot.
Whoa, who was that?
I forget her name. She's hot too.
Who wants to eat that?
Get into the
Tim
little
Curry before he had his fucking.
kind of hole.
I forgot. Tim Curry's in this.
Yes, clearly.
Okay, so
But I lick it anyway.
we still have to watch Legend because Tim Curry is in Legend.
Right on there.
Isn't he the devil?
Yeah, Darkness. Marlon Wayans just grabs a bottle.
Kicks it up a little bit.
Drinking out of the bottle of wine. I love it.
And then we bring it to the table.
He always puts his character in like as the blackest guy. You know what I mean? He's got the fucking afro with the pick in it, with the black fist pick. You know, I'm like, that's so awesome. They write.
You missed that.
Well, I know
I
what
don't
you
care.
like.
I wanted to stop watching this hours ago.
Look at his hair comb over.
How about I take these two legs and shove them right up your ass, all the way to the knee?
Dwight, run.
You know, Tim Curry's in a wheelchair because he had a stroke.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's fully like.
I'm not.
eh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Trump.
I'm not ragging on him. I feel bad for him. He's fucking awesome.
That's my impression of Trump doing this
Oh,
thing. Not me doing it.
yeah. Well, I had nothing to do with Trump on my end, so.
You just mocked a handicapped person.
Yeah, but I love the dude. He's not a retard.
So we're not going live.
Everybody knows I'm joking.
Yes, I do. I do.
I do. At least this person does.
Me here. And then I'm also going to have to like
I can just put a meme over your face.
film every episode like this. Just a meme of the guy, you know, the guy like that guy, you know. And then
Or that guy that's
it's
like
that face, and then it says "Don't be a pussy" at him. And I'm just gonna do every episode like this. Tell me more about what you think of retards. God,
Remember Steve? There he goes again doing
there
it.
he goes again. Oh, there he goes again. And that was a reference to, I think, kind of maybe.
Yeah, you see guys, he going down to the
Oh, there he goes
grocery
again.
store.
But he was referencing either a movie or a show or something where.
I thought he was ragging on me.
No, I think he's. Well, he might have been.
He
Which
might have
would
been.
also be funny. But what I think he's referencing is there's, you know, like a scene where somebody's like talking about their handicapped brother or something, and then he's like, blah, you know, and he goes, and the guy's like, oh, there he goes again, like the handicapped guy.
We need to have him on
I'll
soon.
have to ask him.
Can we have him on soon?
No, we don't live in India.
Oh. I think we're pretty good, huh?
Monsoon.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it another 5.
Fiver?
Fiver.
Okay.
Did you get that
We
one?
answered all your questions, Valente.
Let's have a monsoon.
Adam really, I mean, he just ragged on me for my comments, but Adam's comments on abortion.
That was, but mine were clearly farcical, like false. Not really how I think.
But I know.
Well, the violence can.
I know.
I could say what I want, and you have to watch it, buddy.
Nobody has to watch this at all. In fact, nobody should watch this ever. 0 people.
That's what I'm hoping for. We're close. We've got at least 27 subscribers,
Yeah.
and I have to talk like this
Hey,
on the microphone.
get your people to come and watch and subscribe to this shit, huh? Yeah.
How do I do it?
I don't know.
Should I do like a
think we should
plea
just
to the
start
listeners?
posting more naked photos of you.
I don't know. I might conflict with the licensing on my Thumbzilla page, right next to Danny McD.
I also want to let you guys know that we're soon here, maybe even next episode, I don't know, we're going to be gearing up to going live. So I have a little bit more a learning curve to do on this, but slowly but surely we're going to...
I'll give you a learning curve. A little bit to the right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, whatever your dick sways, it's fine. But yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Is we're gonna go live.
Honestly, though, my dick is like perfectly straight.
Mine is too.
I mean, and that's no pun intended. But like, I heard you have to get injured to have a leaner like that.
Really?
Like people, this is medical truthism, I think, truthiness. That that those people who have it like kind of like that, injured it. Like they try to jam it in when it's too soft, or they just too much of this.
You ever seen the dicks that
like
go
they're
like
getting
this?
It ready. It's the same thing. It just depends which way it goes.
Yeah.
Like you can, full spectrum. I think all of that is due to some type of injury. Pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Yeah, like an MMA injury?
No, like a sexual, like they're pounding on it, or they're trying to jam it into a jelly donut or something, and they get...
I'm just getting the heebie-jeebies thinking of, like, I've hurt
my straight dick? Picture it. Your eyes are closed. The lighting is low.
The mood is right. Alexa, fart.
The mood is right. Your eyes are closed. The lights are way down low. Now picture my straight dick. Picture it. Dun, 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 dun. What do you think of that? I wish I wasn't on video doing that. What do you think of that maneuver? Wow.
Adam will find a way.
We out.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Don't picture my straight dick. Unless you want to.